Goddamn Nazis.
Get out of here, Stalker.
Damn it. Come on, man, I live here. This is like the 12th time we've gone over this. What do you have to say for yourself?
Get out of here, Stalker. Get out of here, Stalker.
The S.T.A.L.K.E.R series has been around for the better part of a decade. Since its release back in 2007, it's gathered notable acclaim among hardcore PC gamers. I didn't get into it until all 3 games were already out, but once I did, I felt like I wanted to live in the zone, or at least go camping during some bad weather. Sounds miserable, right? The overarching theme of the S.T.A.L.K.E.R series is misery. It's the struggle that the zone's inhabitants face, whether it be bandits, monsters, or even just the horrific nightmares. That's right, just being in the zone gives you nightmares.
At least death would have saved him from the dreams.
But for a game that revels in misery, S.T.A.L.K.E.R still has a huge cult following and remains one of the top underground hits of PC gaming. But what does S.T.A.L.K.E.R have that other games don't? In fact, the game's plagued by many shortcomings ranging from buggy engine problems to awkward voice acting.
I've got no money, no artifacts. Don't you get it, retard?
Also, some things about it just feel off. Like, look at this, in Shadow of Chernobyl you run like a freaking cheetah. By no means are the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games perfect, but what is it that redeems the series? First and foremost, I think the biggest thing that S.T.A.L.K.E.R has going for it is in the presentation. The world is believable and actually feels inhabited. Stalkers move from place to place, get in fights with opposing factions, get attacked by mutants, and even find safe places to relax and tell stories. Like this guy. Whenever you do something cool, like find a lost anomaly or help scientists do research, he tells the story to stalkers at Yanov Station and takes all the credit. Dick. The zone has several safe areas that are built up from the ruins of an abandoned civilization. Just to name a few, there's the 100 Rads, Skadovsk, and the Cordon Village. These places are a nice break from the harsh, unforgiving dangers of the zone. Hey, you're not gonna eat that, are ya? Give me that. Outside these safe areas, however, the landscape feels hostile and anomalies feel mysterious and deadly. The zone casts an aura of quiet peril where the peace can be disturbed at any minute by a hail of gunfire or snarling mutants. You really feel like you're at the mercy of the zone. The zone itself is practically the main antagonist. Half the things that can kill you are part of the zone's landscape. There are these things called anomalies that are basically supernatural minefields. They can burn you, electrocute you, dissolve you, or just lift you up into the air and pull you apart. Some anomalies will even fry your brain Jean Grey style. When you get closer to the center of the zone, you even come across stalkers that the zone has turned into mindless zombies. Yeah, zombies. Not as scary as bloodthirsty mutants, right? Wrong. These zombies remember how to use guns. Makes you wonder what else they can remember. If psycho bandits, bloodthirsty mutants, and lethal anomalies weren't enough, every once in a while the zone releases a lethal burst of energy from its center that kills anything that isn't properly sheltered. This release of energy is called an emission, or a blowout if you want to avoid dirty synonyms. Blowouts are there to shake things up. In the middle of a firefight, a blowout can change the fight into a race for shelter. Your enemies need shelter too, after all, so not all shelter is guaranteed to be safe. Caves and tunnels make great shelter for blowouts, but mutants can be hiding in the shadows. There are also some anomalies that exist underground, so watch your step. Blowouts put an extra layer of stress into the game. They can happen at any time, so they test the player's ability to improvise. But if you're used to them like I am, they're mostly just there to produce pretty B-roll footage. To a new player, the zone feels unpredictable and unforgiving. The way the zone makes you feel is another important part of what makes S.T.A.L.K.E.R great. One of the problems a new stalker is likely to face is death. Lots of death. Let's face it though, even veteran stalkers die from time to time. In fact, the difficulty is probably one of those things that kept S.T.A.L.K.E.R from reaching mass appeal. It's just not as forgiving as other shooters from the same time. If you treat S.T.A.L.K.E.R like a traditional shooter, you'll die quite a bit more. For example, if you run everywhere, you're likely to get stuck in a whirligig anomaly. Getting out of one of these things is nearly impossible, plus they take forever to kill you. It's like gravity's giving you the finger and all you can do is jump in place. Also, bullets are about as deadly to you as they are to NPCs, so firefights sometimes take more than a few tries. When you finally begin to pick up on the zone's subtle cues, you'll reach a whole new level where you begin to feel like a badass. The zone is still a formidable foe, but in most cases you can sense danger before you face it, or avoid the danger completely. Feeling like a badass is nice and all, but once you master the zone, S.T.A.L.K.E.R loses a bit of its appeal, unfortunately. That's when it's time to enter the whimsical world of modding. S.T.A.L.K.E.R has a huge modding community, so there's plenty of stuff to keep the game feeling fresh. One of the more popular mods is called Atmosphere, as in fear, with an F. If you're a seasoned S.T.A.L.K.E.R, you probably already noticed that I'm playing Misery 2, which includes a modified version of Atmosphere that makes blowouts look awesome! For Shadow of Chernobyl, I'm just playing Complete 2009, which I believe has its own unique graphical upgrades. Complete pretty much just delivers a less janky, prettier experience without changing much of the actual gameplay, while Misery 2 overhauls the entire game in favor of brutal difficulty. In fact, some people don't like it because of the difficulty, but personally, I feel like it turns the zone into the unforgiving hellhole it was meant to be. For someone who's played 200 plus hours of Call of Pripyat, the vanilla zone just became too forgiving, but that's just me. Basically, everyone just has their pick of what they want out of the zone. You can do anything from adding a few guns to overhauling the whole game. Honestly, there's enough stuff out there that I could play S.T.A.L.K.E.R forever. And I probably will. Well, there's S.T.A.L.K.E.R, one of my favorite series of all time. It's weird that atmospheric survival-based shooters are so few and far in between. I guess we have a few on the way like Survarium and DayZ, but Survarium is going to be free to play, and DayZ looks like it may never come out of early access. Oh well, at least you aren't going anywhere, S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Get out of here, S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Mother— Hey, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video, but I also had a lot of help. I want to give a special thanks to Zach and Callie from the band My Fair Fiend. I couldn't have done the live action sections without them, so go check out their channel if you like kick-ass music. If you want to see more S.T.A.L.K.E.R, I did a playthrough of Misery 2 on my channel a while ago. If you want to see more videos like this, check out my Killing Floor 2 guide, or subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more gaming content.
Oh, what a day I've had. I did so many different things. What a long day of yelling at homeless people. Ugh. I've had it up to here with white people. Oh, what a day I've had, terrorists.
Oh no.
Can't wait to drink away my sadness. That is the last time I have diarrhea for breakfast.
Look at me! Look at me!
Now you can never run for president.
Wait.